Hello, folks. Welcome to the Hello World Podcasting with Magda. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for plugging in and thanks for listening. And for those who are new, I just wanted to let you know that my podcasting is about using astrology as a GPS so we can kind of navigate ourselves through the reality and kind of see what is really ahead of us. And so we can, try to understand and give us a little idea, what to expect. But all those things can always change. So, since I'm actually in the recent past not doing too many podcasting because the energy is so intense and you do not want to confuse people. Uh, I just like to allow people to process through the information because this is hugely important here. And especially right now in this age of disinformation and the huge censoring, we are having a challenging time actually even to bring the message out. And as many of you know, we really have to kind of watch our words, have to figure out how to use the terminology so that we don't get caught in being abused. I mean, this is huge right now. You can see it from so many angles. And I know, I'm just repeating myself because everybody else is feeling the same. So I was kind of contemplating, so how do I want to approach, this podcasting so that can actually give some senses and idea or helpful tool to keep us moving forward. So before we start, I always like to kind of pull out my astrology app so that I can actually see where the planets are right now. So let me just pull it out. Okay. We are approaching soon the full moon, Saturday, September the 10th. But the stars, the way they are standing right now is Sun is in Virgo, Moon is in Capricorn, Mercury is in Libra, Venus is in Virgo, Mars in Gemini, Jupiter in Aries retrograde. Holy cow, we have so many retrogrades right now. Saturn in Aquarius retrograde, Uranus in Taurus retrograde, Neptune in Pisces retrograde, Pluto in Capricorn retrograde, Chiron in Aries retrograde, True North in Taurus retrograde, and Lilith in retrograde. Wow. So, as I always go from here, so what does that all mean for us? Well, I would say this depends, how people are processing their own stuff. This is where you will find yourself. And I think the biggest issue what we are facing right now is that how to move forward, how to create, the steps forward. And I think right now we are very much in this position of just being in the now, because everything is changing so drastically from minute to minute almost. I mean, you can be very excited one day and the next day is like, phew, you're plummeting with all these energies. So I have to admit, I did a heavy duty work, and I'm still doing heavy duty work, in my own. reality and how I'm facing my own energy challenges. And being a Leo, that means I'm on the grand cross between Leo and Aquarius and Taurus, Scorpio. Good luck with that one. Thank you. So, and if you didn't know, actually the fixed sign is the hardest one to move through, because every one of them has a hard time with the change. It is good for the endurance, to keep you going, moving you through the challenges. But, I mean, let me tell you, it's very difficult to, very difficult with the challenges, the changes actually. So, okay, I've been going through many different information, and somewhere on August 20th, it was very interesting for me. Something changed. Don't ask me what, but something changed. And since then, I am getting this internal deep connection, and I'm constantly paying attention to the messages and what the universe or the energy is actually presenting to me, and listening to other uh, information fields, YouTubes and stuff. I've been hugely involved with human design right now. I mean, I told you that this is my next interest on the some level, because almost like the human design is representing to me the what's the name, the quantum field, and astrology is maybe just a 3D on some level. So the human design to me gives much more understanding. And I think I've been sharing this, that the change is coming for the human design that was started on 1615, and it will be finished, I think, 2027. I mean, it's almost look like the different era what we are experiencing right now through the changes, also through the astrology moving into Aquarius age. I think those are stages that we are moving through our own internal universe, and then you can encompass those energies and frequencies is fascinating, actually, because you start to resonate. I've been actually listening yesterday to the biofeedback information. Don't ask me what's the name of the biofeedback, and it was fascinating, how they can, do the biofeedback for the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspect, and do the healing without having to, talk about or process it. This is where I am starting to kind of divert myself, because I'm also myself processing and trying to understand on the much deeper level, personal healing in your own processing, and how is this actually happening on the different level with the machines and stuff. So, hey guys, if you wanted to challenge me on that or have any feedback, please feel free to do that. I'm open to everything, because, this is how we are moving forward, helping each other through these sharings and understandings. But that actually motivated me on the much deeper level and helped me understand what's really going on, because I realized that actually I was watching Gigi Young about the eighth sphere and harmonic and all those entities last year, and I got it. But I was watching it right now this week again, and holy macro, it gave me a whole different aspect because so many other things actually showed up since then, especially dealing with this forced poking, let's just call that, and also transhumanism, all these lockdowns, all this abuse, all this tyranny that is being played out on so many levels. And I've been actually processing death and dying prior since 1986, since 1998, police did 10, 15 years. But, that was at that time. So now it's giving me the whole different experience because, look, like I said, when we have so many new experiences and interactions, we are always able to get a much deeper level of understanding. And so what I realized that actually what I was processing at the time, it was the eighth sphere. Folks, I will not go much in the eighth sphere, but I would really encourage you, or I would like to encourage you to do research Gigi Young material, especially about the eight spheres. And I will actually link below her information. So if you're interested, you can go and check it out because for me, it gave me that whole different outlook that what we are facing right now, we are fighting it. We are trying to uh, from so many different angles, and people are frustrated, that we cannot solve the problem. Well, guess what? If we are not processing, the eighth sphere is actually, according to Gigi, is the field of trauma and field of unresolved patterns and unresolved emotions. And I love because she's actually in that information video talking about the movie What Dreams May Come. And I love that movie because with that, if somebody's visual look like I am, sometimes the information, what you hear, you can better understand if you have a visual to it. That because the heart actually speaks through the pictures and the mind is speaking through the words. So this way you can actually understand much better. And I was so taken by because something else showed up for me last week as I was on the call with some friends. The X sign showed up for me. Somebody was saying something, I just bang, I saw this sign of X, and I said, what does that mean? And I saw the same thing in her video in this about the eighth sphere. And as I've been listening, and doing my own research and working on my own energy field, I started to feel something different, or additional information came to me about the X. Because if you look at the infinity sign, you have an X, but also if you're looking the number 8, you have an X again. And also